Welcome to the IHDM, where business and humanity join hands.
Hey everybody, how you guys doing? It's Neo Wright again, just touching bases with you guys. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I know I am. You know why? Because I woke up, right? That's always a good start, isn't it? It's kind of nice to still be vertical, as opposed to being horizontal, in this world. So I tell you guys, every time that we wake up in the morning, we should really, really celebrate it, right? Because, as humans, we sometimes, focus on the things that are challenging in our lives, as opposed to focusing on the things that we're really, really blessed to have, So I've been working on this for years, just to really, really count the wins, right? The things that are going really, really uh, good in my life, like being able to see, being able to hear, being able to talk, being able to walk, and just those things, and so for some reason as humans, we just take these things for granted, right? And that's kind of like a prerequisite for being a human, huh? We just kind of, take things for granted and they disappear, and until something kind of happens to us, if we lose one of those things that we take for granted, sometimes it's a wake up call that will allow us to refocus, on, what we really have and what we really should be thankful for. Have you ever broken an arm or have you ever had some challenge? As humans, we have these challenges, and I think it's God's way of kind of you know um, self-correcting ourselves, and kind of getting our minds back to where they need to be, and that's into the gratitude uh, mode, And so I have like a gratitude journal that I write down before I go to bed, one thing that I'm grateful for every day, before I go to bed, So anyway, those types of things work for me, and let's just be grateful, that we have each other, that that most of us have our health, we're most of us have been born in at a great, time and place in this world, and we really, really should be grateful. I don't know why I'm talking about that, but it's just something that was on my heart this morning. So anyway, like, share, subscribe to our channel. Turn that notifications button on to all. Comment in the comment section, and just really, really appreciate you guys being here. So today is another daily quote that I wrote, and it says today says "Show you right." Now, "show you right" is kind of like a old school saying. I think "show you right." I heard that first, I think, in the '80s. "Show you right." And so anyway, it's kind of I'm an OG, right? So it's kind of an OG, kind of an old school type of a saying, But anyway, I decided to write about that this morning, and so and it really, really talks about, then the first part of it is, did you know that life is one big fight? And yes, life is a fight, isn't it? And I think, you have bullies and all those kind of things, but I think, I think the biggest fight is the fight amongst ourselves, right? Because I have a saying, the the I've been all over the world, right? Traveling a lot of distances, through cars, through cruise ships, through buses, trains, But I think the furthest place that we ever have to travel as humans is the 6 inches between our ears, right? Right? You think about that, you know, and it's right there that all the great battles are fought, isn't it? Right? We fight some great battles right in between our ears, and I tell you guys, I've had battles, have wars. We all do, right? As humans, we're gonna have those, and so, but life is a big fight, but but we also, whenever you have a fight, that means you can win. Sometimes you might have a draw, or sometimes you might get that L, right? And I've had them all, and continue to have them all. And so, but if we could learn to accept that that's our plot in life, that's our plight, in life, that that's just the way it goes, right? And so if we can learn how to, you know, um, really, really be not comfortable all the time, but just being accepting. I one of the things I do is meditation. And meditation teaches us how to be able to, learn to accept our plot in life. You know, because as humans, we want our time to always be jovial or happy, right? Because humans, that's what we do. We're chasing happiness, right? That's what humans do. It's always in the pursuit of happiness. But life isn't always happy, is it? And so meditation teaches us, if we could learn how to, if we're sad on a particular day or something like that, that it's okay to be sad. Like every day doesn't have to be a sunshiny day. And how can we learn how to accept rainy days, right? Because we're going to have rainy days in our lives, you know? And so, and I'm still working on it too, how to really, really learn how to accept, my plight in life, And I think the more that we can do that, the better that the more joy and the more fulfillment that we have because we don't have to feel 100%, perfect, every day. We might be a little sad or might be a little tired or whatever, and we can still, live a very, very fulfilled life. Right. And so anyway, I just thought I wanted to decided to throw that in there a little bit. So anyway, today's, daily quotes. It is a rhyme or a limerick, if you will. So, and it's called "Show You Right." Did you know that life is one big fight, and to be happy we must use all our might? I'm not lying, not even in the slight. If you agree, show you right. So anyway, so that's today's daily quote, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it inspired you somehow. Again, like, share, subscribe, turn your notifications on. Add your comments in the comment section, guys. And again, please tap that like button. That will allow us to grow, um, as quickly as possible. And so, anyway, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next video. You guys have a wonderful day. And like I always say on the end of every video, I'm fired up. And I hope you are too. Have a wonderful day. Bye.